Hello guys, Cyber Dragon here, bringing you guys part 2 of what if Deku was Carnage. I do not know if I butchered the voice I did for last video or not, but whatever. Anyways, I've gotten so many comments for this one already that people keep saying, do part 2, do part 2. Or like, these are his abilities and whatnot. And I did extensive research on Carnage at this point, knowing about all of his powers I can find just of the Carnage symbiote, not any of all forms like Absolute Carnage or that demonized form of Carnage. You guys get the point. This is just mostly gonna be just Deku and Carnage. Now, I'm gonna incorporate some of those ideas into this. The keyword is might, but I'm primarily going to stick to the actual powers of Carnage, not if he got all the other symbiotes and whatnot like that. But, with that being said, I'm also planning on doing other symbiotes, like Venom, Anti-Venom. Those are the two I mostly know of, but I do know of the others, somewhat. But anyways, you guys aren't here for that. You're here for part 2 of What If Deku was Carnage. Feel like I butchered that, but whatever. Let's begin with the video. Last time we left off, Deku and Carnage just fled from the scene of his absolute carnage that had awakened from him. And says we go to where Deku is right now, hiding in an abandoned warehouse at the moment, in the shadows. Because yes, that is one of Carnage's abilities, more or less. But anyways, we go inside the building with Deku laughing to himself, it appears. But no, he's laughing with Carnage, saying, "That was so much fun. I haven't felt that great in years." What else can you do, Carnage? Please tell me. I would like to know everything about this power of ours now. Of course, kid. So, I won't say everything in the Carnage voice, but I will mostly detail a lot of abilities I know he has. So, the abilities are him shape-shifting to, like, an extent, I believe. I don't know if he can shapeshift to a perfect copy of someone, but I do know he can shapeshift. Like, to make wings, weapons, projectile weapons. Well, yes, he can make weapons out of his own symbiote. The weapons he might primarily makes is axes, swords, and needles shooting out of him. I read a lot of comics, so. But also, he can sprout wings, which I know he can do. And I do know, like, he can change the size of him. So that is something I saw before. So he could change the size of him to something as small as an ant to, I want to say something as big as Mount Lady, but I'm seriously doubting that to the extent of it. I'm not going to really waver on that power, though, more or less. But not only that, he has super durability and stamina. And those two last a long time. He can go an entire day in fighting if he has to, and only feel a little tired. So, yeah, and he has better strength and speed than Carnage. So, I'm thinking that Venom would actually, no wait. Carnage has a better strength and speed than Venom. My mistake. But yeah, I'm thinking Venom could be on equal pars with Ida's Reciprobus, I'm assuming, but he did show to outspeed a bullet, and Carnage is shown to be as fast as Venom, if not even faster, and stronger, so yeah. So I'm thinking like 15 times the speed of light, more or less. is what someone told me, but I'm definitely thinking, like, definitely faster than, so, like, maybe a bit faster than the speed of, like, slightly less faster than the speed of light, but definitely faster than Ida. So, don't worry about that. Like, if Ida uses reciprocal burst, he's not gonna catch Carnage, so, yeah. But not only that, what else was it? I think that's all the powers are. Oh yeah, the blood bond ability. He's connected to Deku's blood in this one, obviously. Just like Cletus Cassidy. Which, no, there was no previous host before for Carnage. I'm primarily kind of cutting all ties from other universes and whatnot. I feel like that just adds a whole bunch of different layers that I don't want to get into. So, hope you guys can at least respect that. If you guys haven't noticed, I kind of do that for some of my what-ifs. Like, not add too much of the same universe into one. But still add enough to it, so. But anyways. That's most of the powers I can remember at the moment. I'll see if there was any other powers I forgot, but yeah. So that's all that Carnage said. Deku said, "Wow, wait, is there any weaknesses of yours I should know?" Let's see. Sound and fire. And yeah, in the comics he did get rid of a sound one for like a Cthulhu looking magic, but in this one, obviously he did not get that, so he still has a weakness of sound. But he has a better sound radius than Venom, definitely more durable for that, so Deku then said, so we probably should be careful of certain heroes, like Endeavor and Present Mike. So, you're kind of a quirk nerd, aren't you, kid? So, yeah. So, used to be a hero nerd. Like, used to be? Why did you stop? Because now we, as he forms into Carnage, as he laughs the night away. The next morning, I believe I did say Bakugo did watch the news, seeing the absolute carnage that was caused. So, yeah. And as such, Bakugo contacts All Might and say, "Did you see the news last night?" With like worried intent, like, "Yeah, kid, I saw the news. That was brutal. That much blood and whatnot. So there was 25 casualties, and at least I'm gonna say maybe a couple people did escape actually now." Like, I'm gonna say maybe, like, before the heroes got there was definitely 20 killed. But before Carnage could kill them more, the heroes showed up. And most of the people got out in time. So, like, 15, like, maybe 5 injured. Bakugo said, "Jesus. I wonder how Deku's doing." Yeah, kid. I kind of hope we could figure that out at some point. Such. And I do remember if I made it as... No, wait, like... Let's say this is the point when All Might gets the... Like, Bakugo gets the call, like, "Izuku's missing." Like, what? Deku's missing? Like, yeah. So, we don't know where he's at that moment. He couldn't have gone far, though, but we don't know if a villain took him or if it was, like, him walking on his own or something. We should have to look for him now. I'll talk to you later, Katsuki. Yeah, Mom. Okay. He ends the call and calls All Might again immediately. All Might, two phone calls from the same kid in one day. Like, yeah, kid? What is it? Izuku's missing. Like, what? Yeah. So my mom just called me and is telling me that he's missing now. We don't know what happened to him. Oh my, this is my fault. I should have stayed there to make sure he was protected. Okay, I'll make sure to look for him. For now, I don't want you to looking for him. So, why shouldn't I? So, I'm his best friend. Think, look, kid. It might be true you two were best friends. Like, were? What do you mean by that? See, one of the reasons he committed suicide was because of you. It said in his note, did it not? So, same with you, though, All Might. What right do you have to look for him and I don't? See, you're right, kid, but if there is villain activity involved, I do not want you to look for him. Otherwise, you can still look for him right now. So, but I could go like, all right. This is an emotional roller coaster right now. Yeah, kid. Yumi will start training next week for now, okay? I'm gonna start looking for the kid by questioning Miss Inko. Mrs. Midoriya. Alright, All Might. I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna start looking for him myself right now. So, sounds good. Call me if you see him or any info about him. Alright. As he hangs up, he's saying, Izuku, I'm sorry. While clenching his fists tight. As we now cut to Deku. In the same warehouse, they're like, okay, I think we probably should head back to my place real quick. It's like, why, kid? So, just to collect a few things. I'm not going to be staying there or anything. But I might as well. So, some of my hero notebooks so we can possibly analyze them. And some clothes too. So, I can just make you some clothes, and you're pretty much smart enough to not need those, so what's the point? Good point, but I still just want to just collect a couple of things. Fine, kid. Otherwise, we're not doing anything else. Well, except for absolute carnage. They both laugh maniacally. I'm gonna save the maniacal laughter most of the time, but still. As he kind of just walks back in his normal civilian clothing. Like, why are we walking in this clothing, Deku? I'm Izuku. He's like, it's because, well, at the moment, the heroes are looking for us, are we not? Yeah, but we can still cause some carnage beforehand. So, true, but I'd rather just do this stealthily first and bust out with blazing intent in mind. See, alright, let's do this then. So, they arrive at Inko's house. Or his house, basically. He said, I probably don't have the key right now. So, I know. As he transforms into Carnage and shrinks down to, the size of an ant, crawling underneath the door, and regrowing back into his regular size. Again, I don't know if that's how it works for Carnage, but yeah. So, I did kind of see something, or heard something similar to that, so if you guys know who that is from, then yeah, I can't remember where I heard that from though. But anyways, Deku then looked around to see if his mother's home. Good, she's not home. If so, she probably wondering why I changed so much. And I am hinting at the fact that he has red eyes. The pupils are red. Or not the black. The color of the eyes changed from green to red, and his hair did too, so. And he does have a couple more. A couple of scars, of course. besides from the ones from he cut, and if you're wondering why I didn't heal those up, just to give him an edgy, crazy look to him. Alright, let's get my notebooks and get out of here and cause some carnage, shall we? Yeah, kid. Ooh, let me grab some meat first. Some food to go. Yeah, sure, Carnage. Go ahead. As Deku went to his room, looking around like, ugh, all my stuff. I can't believe what a fanboy of him. Oh well, I gotta thank him for this power though. I never felt so freeing after you came along, and after I tried to commit suicide. So, yeah, that's probably why you're a little crazy now. But don't worry, kid, this is much more entertaining like this. So, yeah. So, let me grab my notebooks. As he grabs all his notebooks. There's only 13 of them, so... And he had the 13th one, so he should need to collect the rest of the 12. As he looks around for a bag, but... Oh, yeah, he grabs a bag, puts them in there, and just brings them along with him. Now, let's get out of here. I'd rather not trash the place before causing some carnage. I still care about my mother, after all, in a way. So, yeah, that might change sooner or later, though. Who knows with you, kid? Yeah. So, he leaves to the balcony, jumping down, making it look like he's trying to commit suicide, which the police do call... Some people notice him, on the edge railing of the balcony. They're like, hey, kid, get down from there. He's like, alright. Jumps down, and people are like, oh my god, he's trying to kill himself, and then transforms in mid-fall into carnage. Time to cause some carnage! Now transforming one of his arms into a blade, slicing the guy he said get down from there, kid, in half. Making everyone it's the guy from last night. Someone called a hero. So Deku sent a tendril towards the woman who said that, slicing her neck off. A blood fountain shoots out of the hole of her neck. Some beautiful carnage already. Let's continue. As he grabs some cars and throws them at some buildings, making them explode and causing more casualties and damage to the surrounding area. As now he's swinging around, just slicing and dicing up people who either is running, hiding, or think that they could help handle the situation, perhaps. As such, so Deku is just creating more carnage, and he sees a helicopter in the sky. He's like, ooh, we got an audience now. Let's show the audience out there some carnage. As his tongue is just sticking out too with that, for no apparent reason. And people at home seeing exactly this right now. A man covered in red and black ink like a blood and flesh-like substance. As he's laughing maniacally, slicing people in half, or biting their heads off sometimes. Or just eating them in general. It's a little while until some heroes come. I would say it's just 3 no-named heroes. I'm not sure, those 2 heroes that we never actually got names of, like that white and orange hair guy from the Sludge Villain incident originally was there. If you guys know who I'm talking about, it's him. I don't even think they showed him what his quirk was, so that's realistically the only hero I can remember from that who wasn't just Death Arms or Mount Lady or Carmody Woods. But yeah, he said, halt there, villain! You have caused these people too many too much harm now. For that, you must pay. So, and what are you gonna do, puny? So, do you not see the carnage I've caused already? So, I have. So that's why I must take you down. So several tendrils stabbed him through the chest and few in the arms and legs already. As he stopped mid-sentence, like, well, that was easy. So, as now the tendrils that stabbed through him picks him up in midair and splits them all apart, exploding the body practically. As now he's just bathing in that guy's blood as he lifted him up in the air with it. Like, the pure carnage and blood. I love this feeling. As eventually more and more heroes come. And eventually he takes down, let's say, 6 more? 7 maybe? So 8 heroes are already down. As people are seeing this horrified. At least the civilians. The villains are who's the new guy? And so he's pretty tough looking. So causing all that carnage. The League of Villains we seriously need to get in contact with that guy now. Kurogiri, I want you to look for him. So, yes, master. So, yes, young Tomura. Now Kurogiri is looking for information. Toga is now his #1 fan trying to look for him too, more extensively. And some other villains you might know is also seeing this. Muscular and seeing this, this guy knows how to have some fun. And such. So, yeah. Darby looking meh. I don't care really. As long as, if he kills Endeavor though, I may thank him. And just some other villains in general is just seeing the absolute carnage he's causing. Decker's alright, let's try to make an exit. But first, he sprouts tendrils up to the helicopter that has been over them this entire time, pulling them down. The news channel it looks like the villain is pulling us down. I hope there's any hero out there, please help us. As he shoots himself up there in front of the camera guy, hi world, hello world, I am Carnage. Or we are Carnage, and we have a message for the world. So that I am here just to cause some carnage. And so that's pretty much it. So anyone out there who think they can take me on, please do come. I would love to prove you wrong and take you down a peg. Possibly literally. But before I go, let's cause a little more with these bunch of people in front of me. Then these ladies crying about, please, no! And he creates an axe, cutting her in half, and part of the helicopter too, and spinning out of control. Decker is laughing maniacally. And he did hit a couple of the blades on top, so they went flying and hit a couple more buildings. Decker's laughing maniacally, and they crash. The camera somehow survives and lands a bit further. The feed cut off for a moment, but it went back on, looking at the crashed helicopter with all the dead bodies in there. They all went, did he just kill himself? And then they see something crawling out. Several red tendrils forming back into a human body. He's laughing maniacally. If any of you thought that killed me, oh boy, you're wrong. So, Carnage signing out, folks. He shoots a red spike at the camera, breaking it. And now the feed cuts off. Everyone at home is terrified of what they just saw. Or heard, depending on radio, too. The Inko and Mitsuki was watching that too and more worried, like, oh god, if Izuku's out there, that thing could possibly kill him. Bakugo watched that too, mortified and disgusted, like, what is going on to this world? Like, where people like that too live? All Might wasn't aware of, like, couldn't have been called in as of yet. Although he did see on a couple passing TVs, but Deku already escaped through a sewer tunnel, and when All Might arrived, he's looking around and seeing if there was any signs of him. But all he sees was the waking of all that carnage that was just caused. He clenches his fists and says, damn it! He got away again! So, like, I hope so that young man that I met yesterday is alright. And, yeah. What time are we at right now? You know what? I can go further. As Deku is running through the sewer, laughing maniacally, as usual, he's debating, what should we do next? Should we go to another area and cause some more carnage? Or should we should we rest for the day? So, I don't know about you, kid, but it's early morning. Let's wait a little longer until lunch. So I'm feeling a bit hungry afterwards. So, why don't we just find a person right now and eat them? We don't have to always cause that big of a carnage, but that doesn't mean we don't not have to. Alright, kid. Now let's find someone. As they did. I'm not gonna say it's someone specific, but like, who should, like, I'm just gonna say this, like, they just find some random person walking through an alleyway. It's like just a lowest tier villain, like a mugger. He was about to mug someone. And you're like, give me your purse, lady. Like, no, please. And Deku hears it, like, should we do our community a bit of service and end them both? He doesn't care if you're a hero, villain, or bystander. He will cause some carnage if you're not that fun. And muggers aren't really that fun to him. So, he went up from the sewer, impaling the guy through the back. His hand is holding the guy's heart in front of him. Like, They look what's behind them and see this again. Like, it's you. That's right. Now I'm a bit hungry, so you two will suffice well. As his tongue is sticking out, like, as he pulls the guy's heart forward to him, and like, this will serve as a good appetizer. He just straight up eats the guy's heart. The lady is petrified with fear seeing this, and the guy drops dead. He's still conscious. I'm like, oh, don't die yet. We're having so much fun already. So I might as well enjoy this meal while you're still beating. So, as long as your lights are still on. As he carves into the guy. The guy is screaming. Even though he should be dead, the human mind can still be active for a couple of seconds, even without the heart. Such as soon as the guy dead, fun over with this guy. I guess you're next, lady. And so like, please, no, I have a family. Like, everyone has a family. Hell, I even had one. But, says, as all things good must end, so must we all. As he just straight up ate the woman. Whole. Like, yummy! Yeah. Now that should be sufficient for enough. As he just walks out the alleyway and de-transforms and just blends into the crowd. Now we cut to Toga. After that gruesome scene, Toga decided, like, after the news helicopter crash, and she's like, I really want to meet this guy now. So all that blood and such makes me love him already, and so. So she went out to go look for the guy, see where he lives, what he's all about. She's obsessing over him now. And yeah, she cuts up people, and this is the crazy Toga, obviously. I'm gonna say a few weeks go by now. A little time skip. 2 weeks. All Might and Bakugo train at Dagobah Beach. All Might spending some time with Bakugo a day. But, like around when Bakugo has to go home and eat, All Might goes out to search for Midoriya and what is now known as Carnage. Bakugo is worried about Izuku. Mitsuki keeps comforting Inko, and Inko is mostly stayed at home now, crying, worried about Izuku. And through most of the times, Deku doesn't do public appearances as much as he did for those 2 weeks. He still made a couple at times, just not drastic amount. Like, maybe once a week now. Once or twice a week. Of course, he still goes out and eat people. In dark times, of course. Like, at night. Because he wants to savor the carnage as much as can. And he doesn't want to get bored with all that carnage he causes every time. But while that, the League of Villains has been now keeping an eye on his patterns. Seeing there's no patterns. But they also got other police reports of people dying of gruesome deaths. Mostly a small handful, like 2 or 3 people at times. Sometimes some bones were left over and meat. Mostly a lot of blood. And people are suspecting it's Carnage. Just doing it more small killings. It's mostly muggers and such like that. Burglars, whatever the hell. Anyone who's not fun in Deku's eyes, per se. So, big tier villains to him are fun. He will keep those alive to help cause the carnage. But anyone who's weak-ish and meager and just doesn't care about harming others like that, he will let live. So he's kind of like the opposite of Midoriya. Very much opposite. He doesn't care what you are. As long as you can create carnage, you are good with him. Or want to cause carnage, you're good with him too. And Toga's been following up on these leads too. Triangulating where, like, he doesn't have a specific place he lives. He just kind of roams around. He does sleep every now and again, but Carnage sometimes just keeps him up. And he does study up on heroes. And, yeah. Huh. But Bakugo right now is out late at night looking. Like, he did hear about his friends dying at that incident too, obviously, so he's also trying to look for that Carnage guy to take him down. But having no luck. Carnage says, I'm bored, Izuku. So, yeah. You wanna grab a bite to eat? Like, maybe more than a bite. So, yeah, alright, Carnage. And he's talking to himself in his mind. He knows, like, if people look at him weird and saying Carnage like that out loud, then most people are like, oh, wait, that's the kid Carnage. Or something like that. Or, like, he knows Carnage or some shit. Get him. Something like that. And Toga's in the same city as he is currently. So, Toga right now is in an alleyway. I think you guys see where I'm going with this part. With several different guys. Who's like, okay, girlie, give us the money, and we will leave you alone. Deku was seeing this in a far distant alleyway, like, ooh, maybe we can grab more than just a few bites. As he walks in that alleyway. Toga said, nah, I'm good. I've had to deal with that one guy did. So, what one guy? Oh, this one guy I've been having my eye on lately. Like, I got a little crush, huh? Like, yeah. So, all that blood he spilled, like, wait, all that blood. And Deku, like, even had, like, maybe I have an admirer in mind. Actually, no, it wasn't 2 weeks. I'm going to say it's 2 months. It's been 2 months or so. So, let's see what she does. So, Carnage said, you're right, let's. And, so, Deku does talk to the same guy who Shigaraki talked to get all his league members. I can't remember his name exactly. For some reason, I'm thinking Gene or something. If any of you guys know who I'm talking about, then yeah, it's that guy. So he's been in contact with him, and he even is like, hey, some people have been looking for your kid. Like, whatever. So I'll probably meet them someday. I'll just wait until they find me. So, whatever. But yeah, so Toga's one of those people. Like, I wonder if this is the guy, one of the people that guy told us about, who's been looking for us. So, maybe. Let's see what she does. And it's like, okay, girlie, you should better hand us the money now, and we'll not hurt you too much. As he reaches, like, for her, she cuts his hand. Like, fuck, you bitch. All that blood. I think you look really cute with your even more bloody and such. And she proceeds to cut all the other guys, stabbing them, whatnot. And some of them do try to use their quirks, but she dodges them because she is very, like, what's the word? Agile, I guess? Yeah. She's kind of stabbing the guy in the back, slicing him up, whatnot. And Deku's seeing this like, ooh. So she seems fun. Let's talk to her after she causes this carnage. And like, yeah, let's. As one guy survives though, please, spare me. Like, oh, but we're still having so much fun. So please, I want to get to know you a bit more. So, please, leave me alone. And as he said that, a red spike shoots in his head. Toga like, hey, who did that? Wait a second. Red spike? Is he here? Like, and she looks around, seeing Izuku right there, extending his hand, like, who are you? So, oh, have you not heard of us? So, I thought you were looking for someone like me. So, no way, the guy I'm looking for is covered in red and black. While you do have red eyes and red hair, so, and red and black eyes and hair, you don't really look like the same guy I know. No, he is the only one for me. That or maybe Stain. Like, oh, Stain, he's a fun one. But no, trust me, I'm him. It's like, alright, prove it. Alright. As he transforms, believe us now, girlie? As Toga gets excited, oh my god, you are really him. So, I'm Himiki Toga. So, Izuku Midoriya. But, that's my old name. I go by a new name. Carnage. So okay, Carney. So, no, Carnage. Like, no, I'm calling you Carney, cause now you're you're mine now. So, wait, what? You're crazy. You're definitely crazy. But lucky for you, I kinda like crazy myself. So, let me eat first and we can go. Whatever you say, Carney. As he eats all the other guys around that Toga killed. As he did transforms, and like, okay, Toga, let's head out. So, we got some carnage we can cause here soon. So, let's introduce us to the world here soon. Really? It's like, Connie? So, oh yeah. But first, let's go on a date, I suppose. After all, after killing so many people, you tend to also collect some bills here or there. And Kurogiri saw this too. He was scouting out potential members of the new league. When he was scouting out Toga, he saw Carnage with Toga. Like, interesting. We have now the main target plus apparently other target we were looking for to join. I'll keep an eye for young Tomura, I suppose. As Toga and Deku goes out on a date, it is sort of as a normal one. Them at a diner. Deku look, this is boring. Toga like, yeah. So what should we do? I thought just getting regular food would be fun, but I don't know why people think this is fun. Like, yeah, I get you. This diner seems full of people. Yeah. As they both get a sadistic grin. Toga blushing a bit, thinking of the idea of killing people like that, and Deku thinking this will be fun. So, Deku stood up, went to the front door and locked it. Like, I want to say owner, like, hey kid, you can't do that, we're not closed. Like, oh, I think you'll be closed after tonight. And Toga laughs at this too. Like, what are you talking about, kid? So, you better get out of here now before I call the police. Like, I think you're gonna call the police anyways. As he transforms into Carnage. Because Carnage is here. And don't forget Toga. So, oh god, it's Carnage. And Toga, you can't forget about me. And she straight up stabs someone through the neck. Like, that's it, let's enjoy ourselves, Toga. As he starts cutting people up too with his claws. Such, Toga stabs up a couple of people, cutting them up. Deku rips some people apart, and they both laugh maniacally, dancing in the blood of people they're just massacring right now. Kind of thinking like the Joker and Harley Quinn, just like that's their relationship. So we basically got crazy, well, I would say like a Joker and Harley Quinn love relationship, except for it's not abusive. Like a non-abusive Joker and Harley Quinn special. And they both were equally crazy to begin with now. Except for, like, Deku would be the Harley Quinn that was tortured to going crazy. And Toga was already crazy. So, you get where I'm going at, though. As they both are enjoying each other's time, making carnage. As after everyone's dead, so Toga and Deku look at each other and just laugh for a moment. And Toga grabs onto Deku and kisses him on the lips immediately. And Deku kisses back. Let's see. Well, that was a fun date. Let's continue the night, shall we? Say, yes, let's shall. As now the police arrive. Say, put your hands up, Carnage. Say, hey, don't forget Toga. Say, thank you, Carney. Say, alright, let's continue this outside. Say, yeah, let's do that. As they go outside and cause more carnage together. The news captures this showing Toga and Deku, like, somewhat together. And Deku says, look at world, you got a new powerhouse couple out here. Carnage and Toga. So you better watch out for both of us. Ooh. And I'm gonna say Toga did wear somewhat of disguise for this. No, wait, no, she didn't, let's say. But at the same time, they don't want her to be spotted, so... yeah, I don't know. Let's just say that happened. And they continue the night by causing carnage, killing Hero, civilians, and police. Until they decide, let's go. So, let's go for now, Toga. We can continue this some other time. Let's say date night is over. Oh, ready? Yeah. So, besides, we already caused so much lovely carnage already. Yeah, we did, Connie. Now let's go. So, they escape. And that is where I'm going to end it. I think this is going to be a more fun what if now, because Toga and Deku's already in a relationship, like a Harley Quinn and Joker type deal. But we have a Deadpool Joker on our hands with a stabby crazy girl. And the League is looking for him. Not only that, All Might is looking for them now, too. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching this. Soon enough, I will be posting part 3. But, of course, I am planning on another series. And what other series am I planning? Well, I've gotten some of the beginning part of the story figured out of it, so I might as well show you the image of the next series. The one person who commented this, I hope you're happy. So, it's, Kinsey, I believe his name was again. I have to relook, but it's him from Mortal Kombat. I have noticed no one else did it, so if you guys liked this video, good. So, I'm not going to tell you guys to like, subscribe, and comment, but if you guys liked it, obviously you can do whatever you want, so please enjoy the rest of your night, day, whatever, just like Carnage and Toga did. So, see you later.